Welcome to this episode of Let's Talk Lending. I am your co-host, Melanie Galea with Remax Connect, and I am with my co-host,
Barb, Pinsent, the Mortgage Center Elite.
Awesome. All right, Barb, what happened?
Another 0.25% drop, as expected.
Yes, exactly. As expected. So the Bank of Canada rate is now 3% even. And I think that they did this cautiously. And I think do you remember when it's in March, right? The next rate at the end of March?
No, March 12th.
March 12th. Okay. So by March 12th, we will have seen another inflation. I don't think they're doing anything next time. What do you think, Barb?
I don't think they will either. I think they're going to keep an eye on things now and just see what's going to happen going forward. Tariff talk, that stuff is kind of.
Yeah, the Donald. Let's say it. Let's talk straight. The Donald is keeping real, right? The Donald. So I think, there's people that are nervously waiting to see what's going to happen. Yeah. And I got to tell you, I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that, and then with our government being prorogued, and then now there's more talk of Jagmeet having no backbone. I'm saying that politely, and that they might try to put something through for tariffs. And maybe if it's good for Canada, I can be okay with it. But if it pushes things out another 6 weeks or another 2 months. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about what you got going on here, Barb.
Just a little update here on what things look like and what the impact of a change to mortgage rates makes in terms of your payment, right? So, and I've done these numbers based on Fort McMurray's market, 25-year amortization, $500,000 purchase. And I've done two different sets of numbers here, one based on the minimum down payment and the other on $100,000 down, so conventional financing. And then just the difference that you'd see in payments for every 0.25%. And I tried to figure this out, but I'm not so techie always. I wanted to go starting with numbers up here and moving down. And anyway, just not good at that. So it just shows you the difference in what the payment would be. So on a $25,000 down payment on a $500,000 purchase, as rates continue to go down, you're going to see the payment go down as well. This change doesn't impact people who don't have a mortgage yet. It does those who do have, but people who have mortgages in place right now and have a variable rate mortgage will see their payments drop with this 0.25% difference. So that's good for sure. And hopefully we'll see fixed rates follow suit. They do sometimes and other times not. And been a little bit of, I don't want to use the word volatility, but bond yields have been going up because the bond yields in the States have been going up, has some impact on that. And when bond yields go up, fixed rates go up. So I've seen rate sheets come in from lenders in the last couple of days, actually lowering their rates again, but I had been receiving rate updates from lenders and they were all increasing their rates. So not dramatically, but who wants to see a rate increase? So, yeah, lots going on with rates, that's for sure.
Gotcha. What's your next slide? What do you got next there?
That's it.
Okay. So here's what I want to ask you, Barb. If you can go back to that one slide just for a second. If you were a bot, can you, without naming banks and stuff like that, because I know it's difficult, but people ask, what is an interest rate right now? What can they expect?
Safely to be, and that this is covering off, it's a rounded off number, about 4.5%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So we've got that $2,700 a month with $25,000 down. I think this is more of a realistic number that we're looking at here is first-time home buyers is that left-hand column.
Exactly.
And because I kind of think someone that has $100,000 to put down, they're probably buying a little bit bigger home. That's probably going to be my approximation. So, we got to keep watching. At some point in time, they're going to still come down some more, I think. Now, our next rate hold, I don't think they're going to move this time. Do you? I don't think so.
I don't.
Yeah.
They'll leave it be now and just keep an eye on things.
Here's something that's popped into my head, and we have on video now whether or not he does this. But one of the things I heard Trump talking about was bringing down the interest rates, and maybe if he does that, like forces them down. And I don't know if he has capacity. I don't even know if that's even possible. Yeah. Listen, I don't know, but if he forces it down, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the output, because if they do that, maybe we'll do that, and maybe that'll be even better for us. So,
or things will go the other way, and he'll, because of new policies and what have you, they'll go up.
Well, that'll be because of inflation, right? But I think he's going to put some pressure on to bring it down. I really do. So if you have a Trump bingo card, I'm adding this to mine. Right? To see what's going to happen, and that's something that we just don't know. So what I do want to show real quick, Barb, is what is actually happening right now with the I'm going to show my stat sheet because it's that time of the year. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show is the difference between 23 and 24. There was a drastic difference in the number of sales that we had. So we went from 514 sales, this is in the entire city, to 658 sales. The next best year was 2021. So this is the second best year since the market started to decline in 2014. We've got an average price of 452 this year. Now, it's too early to tell, but if you look at the difference between there were so many more sales, why didn't the average price go up? Well, let's look at why. The busiest price range was between 400 and 500,000, which speaks to first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
Right? Like that is a drastic from 145 sales to 223 sales. That is a majority of this big difference here.
Yeah.
A majority of it. So the other good thing that we saw is, like, look at this here. We have 17 sales over 800. We had 9 the year before. Not as much as 2021 or 20, but we're going to see this get filled up real nice this year.
Yeah.
So don't freak out when you see that the average sale price didn't go up like crazy. You got to understand why. And there are some armchair realtors at site that like to write in some of these groups. And I think they're dangerous. You got to understand why. You got to look at the numbers. You got to see all of this to truly understand what's happening in the market. So please, if you need to understand what's happening, talk to a professional. Absolutely. Talk to a professional, right? So, Barb, this is certainly fun and interesting to watch, because as of here's the other thing. Our inventory right now, there's 178 single family homes for sale in the city, and there's 85 less homes for sale than last year at this time.
Difference.
We're the exact same of sales. The average price is a little bit lower, but it's like, I'm not getting too excited about that yet. But it's a balanced market.
Nice.
The balanced market. It's going to be a balanced market into a soft sellers, into a seller's market a majority of this year. So that's what I have to say about that. I'm going to remove that. Let's go back to yours. Barb, let's go to your last screen there. Get your last screen going. Listen, if you've got questions about what's happening, Barb and I are available to talk to you. Okay. Go to letstalklending.com, fill in the form. We're happy to answer any of your questions, whether it's about a mortgage, whether it's about refinancing, or are you ready to buy? Or are you wanting to move up? I've got a guide for that. So, we're here to help you with those things exponentially. So, Barb, the 4th of March is our next date.
12th.
Okay, hey, Barb,
Mm-hmm.
the 12th of March is our next date.
That's right.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, Barb, anything you want to add before we sign off?
Nope, nothing for me today.
All right. Okay, Fort McMurray, Happy New Year. Do us a favor, tag a friend, share this video. Let's make sure the right information is getting out there. Why? Because if you needed heart surgery, would you go to your dentist, whom you love? I love Dr. Mike. Or would you go to your heart surgeon? Okay. March the 12th, Fort McMurray. We'll talk soon. Thank you.